All right, welcome back, Home Defenders. Today I have what I would consider a huge home security mistake that I see so often, or I hear so often, so many people saying and doing, and I just want to share it with you. So yeah, I want to talk about it, and I want to make sure that you are not doing this like so many other people are. And I'm going to give a few different examples, so it's actually kind of more like several home security mistakes, but I'm putting it under the umbrella of one overall mistake because I think it really is just technically just one mistake that can be done in different ways. So anyway, let me explain. Yeah, like I said, I have a few examples. So anyway, let's just get to them. And I guess I probably should say that before I get started is that this home security mistake is relying on any one form of home security or defense. And I'm going to give you a few of the big examples that I see in here so often to kind of illustrate my point here. So anyway, one of them would be, you hear people say, "Oh, I have security cameras. I'm good. Whatever." Um, yeah, that's really not the case. So these will be a deterrent to some would-be home invaders, burglars, whatever. Uh, just the fact that you have the cameras, it'll help a little bit, absolutely, but definitely not all. I mean, obviously, they may not even see the camera to begin with. They may not care that there's a camera there. They may have their face and everything covered, so it doesn't matter. There's a lot of reasons why cameras are not the end all be all of home security. Um, it's possible that that having a camera that triggers on motion or whatnot can warn you beforehand, but what's the likelihood that you have your phone in your hand or your phone's not on silent or you're not sleeping or a lot of other reasons why you may not even be warned beforehand anyway. And then, yeah, it might help catch them after the fact if they do get on camera, if they aren't covered up or whatever. But the damage is already done at that point. I mean, they've already broken into your house and done who knows how many things, stolen stuff, harmed you or your family, or whatever they were there to do, or at the very least, broken a door or a window or something that you have to pay for, and think about how that happened. Just so many things why cameras are not in any way uh, the end all be all of home security. Um, anyway, like I said, yeah, they are good to have. Absolutely, don't get me wrong. You should have them. But they're certainly not a great home security solution all on their own. And that brings me to my next point. Home alarms. You hear so many people, "Oh, I have an alarm. I'm good." Again, yeah, that may scare off a certain amount of home invaders, burglars, whatever, but it certainly won't scare all of them off. Um, and then on top of that, it does take a while for police to get to your home. And in fact, a lot of statistics show that the average burglary is actually um, takes less time than the average police response. So in that way, somebody can actually break into your house and do what they got to do before the police even get there, even with your alarm going off. They can be in and out pretty fast. And on top of that, they've already made it in. There's a lot of psychological damage to the fact that somebody broke into your house. The repairs you have to do, and so many other things. Your family may be scared now. You may be scared now, and you may, and that's if they didn't even take anything. There's just so many things um, that an alarm does not do. It might scare them off. Yes. It might, it will likely bring the police or maybe your neighbors out. So yeah, bring your neighbors out or anything, any number of things that alarms are actually good for, absolutely. But once again, they aren't. You know, if it doesn't scare them off knowing you have an alarm, then there's a lot of damage that can already be done um, without your alarm really doing much of anything. And then, okay, so let's go to the next. Another example is a lot of people think, oh, I have a dog, I'm good. Um, yeah, again, a dog might, will scare off a certain amount of home invaders, but it's definitely not going to scare them all off. Um, little dogs bark, and they might alert you or make somebody decide they just, they just don't want to deal with it, so they'll leave. A big dog might scare them off, just at the sight of them or whatever. But most likely, a dog is not going to do much of anything, and everyone knows that. I mean, how many dogs really do defend their home? It's not many. Trust me, it's not. Even the guard dog breeds are oftentimes not the most reliable when it comes to home defense unless they've been properly trained. So, your average person knows this. I mean, you can walk in anyone's house with a dog and be perfectly fine. And so, and if you're a burglar, home invader, then you probably really know this. So really having a dog, again, one level of home security, they're great to have. They can alert you. They can alert other people. They may scare some would-be home invaders or burglars off, and so on. But absolutely not something you should 100% rely on. And yeah, so then let's get to the next item. Probably the biggest one of all that you hear so many people say, and it's the gun. So I have a gun, I'm good. Why do I need, why do I need cameras? Why do I need an alarm? Why do I need a dog? Why do I need motion lights? Why do I need, a secured reinforced door? Why do I need all of these other things that home security consists of? I have a gun. So yeah, this one drives me nuts, honestly. So many people think that just because they have a gun in the house that they're good to go. But this couldn't be further from the truth. It is a huge home security mistake of epic proportions. I mean, seriously, think about it. You might be sleeping when somebody breaks in your house and you're groggy and you don't hear them, or you do hear them and you can't react in time, whatever. Or you just don't hear them in general. You might be in a different part of the house. What if you're down in the furthest corner of your basement and your gun is furthest corner upstairs in your bedroom? Maybe you're not home, which, I mean, wouldn't be the worst of things because at least nobody's getting hurt, but you'll still get stuff stolen. Or maybe you're not home and you're the only one that knows how to really use the gun or knows where the gun is or whatever, and some of your other family is home. That would be terrible. And on and on and on. I mean, there's a million different reasons why a gun just is not going to do it. I mean, yeah, you could be, unless you have your gun on you constantly at all times, and you're always home and whatever, and even then, it's like, okay, if you have kids or a wife or a family, everybody has to be trained on them. Yeah, everybody has to know how to get into the safe or be able to reach the gun or whatever. And then you have all that issues of the fact that everybody can reach it if you have small kids. So anyway, a gun is absolutely not the one thing you need. Trust me, it's just not. So yeah, I mean, and then let's just say, even if somebody does come in and you do have your gun ready and you use it and wow, you just kicked ass with that gun. Well, there's legal and moral issues that are involved if you do use it. Depending on where you live, there's a lot of legal issues that you could run into. And even if you live in in a state that basically just allows it, you still are going to go through legal issues. There's just no doubt about it. And then there's moral issues. Maybe, you might have to you have to deal with the fact that you shot someone for the rest of your life. And then does your family want to live there anymore if you do that? Someone's now been in your house and had to be shot in your house. That's something that everyone has to live with. The list goes on and on and on. So yeah, just saying you have a gun and having to use your gun is definitely not the way to go when it comes to home security. Absolutely, yes. You should have a gun to defend your home and family if you're allowed to. And when it comes to actually having to defend your home, when it gets to that point, yeah, a gun is probably the best way. But you never want it to get to that point. That's what I'm trying to say. That's like the absolute last resort in every way, shape, or form. So you definitely don't want to rely on that. You want to have many other layers ahead of that, so it never gets to using your firearm. So anyway, that's just kind of what I'm getting at here, is that it's a huge home security mistake to say, oh, I have this, I'm good. I have that, I'm good. I have this one thing, I'm fine. A camera or an alarm or a dog or a gun or whatever. The fact is, yes, each of these are good to have, for sure, no doubt. I highly recommend having them all, if you can or if you're allowed to, wherever. But on their own, they're only one small part of home security. You need a combination of things if you're truly going to secure and defend your home. So yeah, the fact is, it is a huge mistake to rely on any one form of home security or home defense. It should be layered in multiple forms. Otherwise, you're giving yourself a false sense of security that could be, detrimental to you, your home, and your family. So that's pretty much it. You don't want to rely on one thing or even two things or even three things. They should be layered in multiple forms. And you want people to never be able to, first of all, you want no way to even target your home because they can tell that it would be a bad idea. And if they do target your home, you want them to not be able to get in. And then if they do get in, you want them to be scared away before you have to do anything. And then if that doesn't happen, then yeah, you got to rely to actually defending your home. Like I said, you just want to be layered in multiple forms, and don't give yourself a false sense of security by saying, you have a camera, or you have an alarm, or you have a dog, or you have a gun, or you have this, or you have that. You want many different things. So that is that's it. That is a huge home security mistake that I wanted to share with you and discuss today. So anyway, please like this video. Please subscribe. Please share. You'll help us out and can help us continue to grow so we can bring more home security videos for you. And also, share it with your friends, family, whatever, then you may just save someone's life. So that's it for today. And have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon.